With so much innovation in the world of transportation, we are bound to see some really cool personal vehicles in the future. These 10 most unusual vehicles you will not believe have seemingly brought that future to our doorstep, and they all look amazing to use. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up with our most latest and almost exciting content. These are the strangest cars ever made. The Atto. High performance mobility scooter, the Atto is quite a sight. It folds up into a tidy little package when not in use and uses an LED display to provide the rider with all the data they need. The brushless DC motor powers you along at a good clip of 4 miles per hour and can take inclines of up to 6 degrees with no problem at all. Its weight capacity is 220 pounds or 100 kilos, and its 53-inch turning radius helps you avoid most obstacles in your path. The battery has a lifetime of up to 5 hours and can travel 10 miles on a single charge. The Atto even has an auto shutdown feature and even breaks down into two separate pieces to make moving it around manually amazingly easy. The Atto even has a reverse mode which is very helpful.
Carbugallo XO1.
XO1 is a pedal-powered vehicle that's rigged out with a lot of extras and safety measures. It uses a brushless electric motor that uses the rider's own power to propel itself along with minimal effort. The body is made up of a wooden monocoque supplemented with carbon fiber reinforcements. The roof includes a 120-watt solar panel that helps to charge up to 48-volt battery pack. A full charge can power the XO1 for up to 70 kilometers, and its top speed is 25 kilometers an hour when pedaling and is assisted by the vehicle's electric motor. LEDs are strategically placed to keep you illuminated at night, and it weighs a grand total of 55 kgs. How often do you get yourself complaining about the price of gas? Well, maybe you need to stop complaining and start taking some action, which is exactly what Dirk Gian and Stefan Zimmer did. Traveling at 3,107 miles, TV hosts and engineers from Germany spent just $13, and it wasn't even on fuel. The pair traveled across Australia from Albany to Sydney in a lightweight electric car called the Wind Explorer. The car was powered by the wind with electricity generating wind turbines as well as kites. The 18-day trip broke many records, including crossing a continent with the wind-powered vehicle, the longest distance covered in a vehicle in just 36 hours, and covering the most distance on land. Before you race out to try and buy a Wind Explorer, know that it's still in the concept phase. The 441-pound vehicle, which includes a battery pack, has a carbon fiber and aluminum frame with sports bicycle tires. The lithium-ion battery pack charges overnight with a wind turbine when conditions allow. The band set off from Perth in Western Australia on January 21, 2011 and arrived in Sydney on February the 14th. During the entire trip, they reached a high speed of 50 miles per hour.
The TFX flying car.
No one likes being stuck in traffic, but the TFX goes into production, then it's only a matter of time before that's a thing of the past. Imagine being able to get in your car, lift it off the ground and fly it to work or school. The TFX is a proposed vehicle that could be in production sooner than you think. It has 4 seats and the capability to take off and land without a runway. Terragua unveiled the plug-in hybrid electric car in 2013 and significant progress has been made. It has a claimed range of around 500 miles and can travel up to 410 miles while cruising at speeds of 100 miles per hour. The flying car is also fitted with a 99 bhp rotary aircraft engine that powers both wheels for driving and rotors for flying. The good news is you don't have to be a pilot to fly it. It's autonomous but does have manual controls and an override function. There is also a parachute system should it be required. Learning to drive this car, believe it or not, is simple. It can take around 5 hours to master, and the car fits into a standard single car garage. Development of their TFX has taken around 10 years. People often form an emotional attachment to the vehicles. Still, that statement couldn't be any more accurate with this Toyota FV2. This concept car is a small pond vehicle that you can drive sitting down or standing up. It connects to driver's physical and emotional level. You might be wondering how that works, and yes, it is a bit odd. The pond has one wheel in the front and two in the back, and the colors of patterns on the car's exterior reflect the mood of the driver. Strangely now, this car also doesn't have a steering wheel. You shift your body weight around to move the car forward, backward, left or right. With the help of image and voice recognition, the car will also collect data about the driver's mood to suggest driving routes. It will even notice your skill and will offer driving techniques to suit. The car is so far advanced that it almost doesn't seem real, and it's not yet. It was unveiled as a concept at the Tokyo Motor Show in 2013, then again in 2016 at the Chicago Auto Show.
1970 Ferrari 512.
So now perhaps the most beautiful looking vehicle on today's list, this wonderfully designed 1970 Ferrari 512. Now that's one heck of a name, and some folks back in the day called it a UFO on wheels, and it's not hard to see why. But those with a bunch of disposable income in the later half of the 20th century could trick their money on one of these bad boys, and it is truly one of the more completely and uniquely designed four-wheeled vehicles of all time. It was introduced as a concept car back in 1970, and the two-seater came with a V12 engine from Ferrari race car. There actually was only one of these made until just a few years ago, where a couple of guys restored the vehicle and actually brought it to life fully.
The Sea Lion.
Have you got money to burn but no space on your driveway for the luxury boat you have always wanted? Then don't worry, all you need is a Sea Lion. Why buy a boat and car if you can have a vehicle that is both? Sea Lion is a project that has been set up through Fantasy Ventures by Mark Witt. The car has a price tag of $259,500 and it is being designed to travel both on water and land. What if that isn't adventurous enough? The creator also wants to make sure it's the world's fastest amphibian car. To do so, he is making sure it's crafted with only the best parts and workmanship money can buy. The body is TIG welded aluminum partnered with CNC milled parts, and it travels at a speed of around 180 miles per hour on land. And that it's not without its final engine. It currently has 174 horsepower Mazda 13B rotary engine, but it will eventually have a 300 to 600 hours power Renesas RX-8 engine so that it can set the sea speed record.
The Limo Jet.
Is it a plane? Nope, it's a limo jet. But what exactly is this thing? This unique limousine has a Learjet body, a 28-inch wheels, and even qualified for street legal acceleration, even though it's a whopping 42 feet long. You could definitely grab all of your friends and family and can take an epic ride in this huge car. You can have all kinds of limos, but never a limo that looked like an aeroplane. Talk about arriving in style with special pieces from at least 3 different car brands. This bad boy is truly one of the kind. How much pulling up to your prom in this unique limo set you back? The cost of the limo jet is estimated at $5 million US, thanks to all the hard work that the automobile experts put into it. Better start saving up your pocket money. Now, while you may look fly driving down the highway in this flashy motor, you might get shocked to hear that the limo jet can't actually take off. Yeah, you heard that right. The limo jet can't fly. kind of disappointing, but you can always pretend that this is your very own private jet. Additional works include internal and external sound systems, a fully loaded power, and a non-motorized door. So guys, what do you think? Can you see yourself driving around in this extravagant car?
Tutorium.
It can often feel like you have only just filled your car with gas and then it's nearly empty again. It's a never ending cycle of spending money just to get to the places where you can earn it. But what if you could fill up once and then never again? That's what one company is proposing with the vehicle that runs on thorium fuel. Thorium is a dense material that has around 20 million times more energy than coal, the same size. It is a naturally occurring radioactive element that has been discovered in 1828 by Norwegian mineralogist. A Swedish chemist then found it and named it Thor after the god Thor. The company called the Laser Power Systems were quite intrigued by this mineral and designed a concept car that would run on it. Just 8 grams of the stuff would let this car run 1 million miles. As a result, the vehicle would most likely outlive you on a single tank of fuel. The only problem is we are moving away from such types of materials. That's it guys, thanks for watching the video, hope you liked the video and stay tuned for more upcoming videos on Infology.